How's it going, guys? It is I, the Alta Gamer here to record a brand new video. This time we'll be doing another review for my YouTube channel, and that is reviewing one of my most beloved favorite franchises growing up as a kid. It is currently my favorite video game series of all time, and this is Resident Evil 6. Now, if you really enjoy these type of videos for my reviews, topics, discussions, unboxings, make sure to leave comment sections down below, and without further ado, let's get on to this video. Now, I've been a long-time Resident Evil fan since Resident Evil 2 first came out on the PlayStation console. I currently have owned all the Resident Evil games, with Revelations 2 and Resident Evil Remastered coming out pretty soon this year. I am so ecstatic to finally have two Resident Evils, one remastered and another sequel prior to Revelations, which makes me feel completely satisfied to have my Resident Evil collection to become bigger each and every single day. So let's get on to this video of Resident Evil 6 for your PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the PC. It is currently rated M for mature. It is developed by Capcom, who also brought you Beautiful Joe, Marvel vs. Capcom, Devil May Cry, Phoenix Wright, Remember Me, Azura's Wrath, and the Onimusha series. So a lot of people gave this game bad negativity simply because they either don't like Capcom or it's personal reasons. People despise Capcom for the cheap tactics and the milking DLC for customers. Therefore, I bought this game only after it got a bit cheaper, which I did previously. So now that I have played Resident Evil 6, I have to say it is nowhere near as bad as people describe it would be. On the contrary, it is a great game. Now, Resident Evil 6 is not a survival horror video game. It's basically a third-person action survival shooter game with the represents of Gears of War and Spec Ops 3. Now, Resident Evil 6 has some of the most finest graphics and best character designs that you'll ever see in a Resident Evil game. If you have seen the trailers for this game, as far as I know, the game looks great, and most characters other than Ada Wong are very nicely designed. Now, there are 4 different campaigns and 7 different characters to choose from in Resident Evil 6 campaign. To me, this was very impressive. There are 3 different campaigns, including Ada's itself. You can play as a wide different characters from Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2, 4, and Operation Raccoon City, Helena Harper, who is the newest character in Resident Evil 6, Chris Redfield from original Resident Evil remastered Resident Evil 5 and 6, Pierce Nivens, who is a new additional character to the series, Jake, who is the biological son of Albert Wesker, and Sherry Birkin from Resident Evil 2. And Ada Wong gets her very own campaign. In each campaign, both of these characters have different personalities and moves. Their weapons are also slightly different, and at times they travel using different paths. I personally love this. This adds so much replayability to this game. Now, there are 4 different stories of 4 campaigns that interact at many points. Stories in each campaign are very personal to characters of those campaigns, and honestly make me sad for those characters, especially for Chris Redfield. Finishing the 4 campaigns will give a basic idea, but if you want to learn about the events in more details, you can collect the blue medallions to learn files that have detailed description of the events. Now, the voice acting for Resident Evil 6 I absolutely enjoy. It definitely makes the story more dramatic and personal throughout the entire game. Now, in this game, there will be parts where bullets will be secure and you will be surviving hordes of metal zombies attacks, and other parts where you have plenty of explosives and you will have to fight hordes of zombies, guavos, and or bosses. In addition, you also have some vehicle gameplay in some levels, which for the most part is very entertaining. Now, the melee combos and quick shots, I strongly suggest that newcomers will learn this early in the game, as the game does not necessarily teach you. These are fun tactics for you, and you will make your experience much more enjoyable. Now, the design bosses, this is a must for me, especially in the Resident Evil games. I love the creation of the main bosses in this game. Each campaign has multiple bosses, but the final boss for each campaign are the best. Personally, love the main boss for Leon and Helena Harper. Very creative design. Simmons is the name of the boss, by the way. Okay, now let's talk about the online gameplay. Now, the online Resident Evil 6 is nothing like Halo or Call of Duty, but it's still quite enjoyable. Like in Resident Evil 5, you can play story mode with a friend or do the same with mercenary mode. Agent Hunk mode is interesting as you can invade other players' games, as it let's talk about the great length and replayability. I like to explore each level rather than just run through the story, so it took me, well, at least 22 hours to finish the game, at least on veteran difficulty. You can't rush through the campaign, enemies and quick time events will punish you if you do so. And as I described above, due to number and variability of characters, this game has great potential and replayability. Also, campaign is interesting enough to make you play again. Now, not necessary, but it is good to have. If you shoot enemies and search enough, you acquire skill points, which you can get different perks, making the game easier and fun as you play along, such as upgrading your melee, your weapons, and your health. Now, the cutscene gallery. If you don't want to play the whole game again and just want to watch cutscenes, you have that option, which I absolutely love that Resident Evil 5 had, and I hope more games have cutscenes replay options. Now, let's talk about the cons of Resident Evil 6. I get it that this game is supposed to be creepy, atmospheric feel, but it just was way too dark at a few times, especially Leon's campaign. At least after the enemy surprised me, I should be able to see it. I tried adjusting the brightness, but no usage. Now, Resident Evil 6 has way too much quick time events. Me personally, I like the balance of Resident Evil 4's quick time events, but this game has way too many of them, and some quick time events are punishment to your hands or to your controller. They should ease up on these in the future installments. Seriously, fortunately, there are a few ways to turn some of them off. Amateur level and skill, I believe. Ada Wong. I have liked Ada Wong in the previous Resident Evil games, but they have completely messed up her character design in this game. The voice acting and dialogues are also very poor, which is not very true. I thought the campaign for Ada and the voice acting was the best in the series for a very long time. Now, her campaign is short, which is fine as it's supposed to be complimentary anyways, but her final boss and endings were very disappointing. In conclusion, the contrary, this is a great game overall, and I recommend this as a fan for Resident Evil series. Now, this is an experience you probably don't want to miss. Now that the game is cheaper than before, I would highly recommend you definitely buy it and give it a shot. Now, if I had to give it a score for Resident Evil 6, I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. It is a reasonable score for Resident Evil 6. Like I said, it is a great third-person shooter mechanic with some horror elements. You can do play on Leon's campaign depending on your difficulty setting. But anyway, you guys, if you really enjoyed this review for Resident Evil 6, make sure to leave a comment section down below and subscribe for more future videos to come. As always, I'm the Ultimate Gamer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be on the lookout for another video coming soon right here on my YouTube channel. Getting the fuck up, my friends, and I cannot wait for Resident Evil Revelations 2 and Resident Evil Remastered. It's gonna be